The Eaton Canyon Fire, a name now synonymous with destruction and fear. It began on the evening of January 7, 2025, near Altadena, California. This beast of a fire started near Altadena Drive and Midwick Drive. A small flicker at first, quickly growing into an inferno. The fire was hungry, fueled by dry brush and driven by the relentless Santa Ana winds. The flames spread with terrifying speed. The sky turned an angry orange, the air thick with smoke. Panic began to grip the community as the fire roared its presence. Homes were threatened, lives disrupted. The Eaton Canyon fire was a force to be reckoned with. The fire was a stark reminder of the power of nature. It was a wake-up call to the ever-present danger of wildfires, especially in dry, windy conditions. This was a fight for survival, a desperate struggle against an unforgiving enemy. The Santa Ana winds were a key player in this disaster, acting as a catalyst that turned a small fire into a massive inferno. These winds, infamous for their strength and dryness, turned the Eaton Canyon fire from a manageable blaze into a raging monster almost overnight. Imagine hurricane-force winds, hot and dry, whipping across the land, creating the perfect conditions for a wildfire to spread uncontrollably. They tore through canyons, carrying embers and flames with terrifying speed, making it nearly impossible to contain the fire. The fire, fueled by these relentless winds, exploded in size, growing from 10 acres to over 400 acres in a matter of hours, leaving destruction in its path. It was a terrifying display of nature's raw power, a force that seemed almost unstoppable. The winds made the firefight incredibly challenging, pushing the flames in unpredictable directions. Creating a chaotic and dangerous environment for firefighters who were already battling extreme conditions. The heat was intense, the air choked with smoke, making it difficult to breathe and see. It was a battle against a relentless force, a fight for survival against the elements. The Santa Anas are a fact of life in Southern California, but their role in the Eaton Canyon fire served as a harsh reminder of their destructive potential, a force that can turn the tide in an instant. They transformed a manageable situation into a full-blown crisis, leaving devastation in their wake, a stark reminder of the power of nature. As the flames advanced, panic gripped the community. Homes were threatened, and lives were turned upside down. Mandatory evacuations were ordered for several areas, including east of Altadena Drive, Kinaloa Canyon Road, Outpost Lane, and Grand Oak. The urgency was palpable, the fear in the air as thick as the smoke. Families were forced to flee their homes, grabbing what they could and leaving the rest behind. The elderly and most vulnerable were evacuated from the Pasadena Park Healthcare and Wellness Center, their lives disrupted by this inferno. The Pasadena Unified School District announced school closures, adding to the sense of disruption and unease. The evacuation was chaotic and frightening for many. The uncertainty of the situation, not knowing if their homes would be there when they returned, weighed heavily on residents. The fire became a symbol of loss and displacement, a stark reminder of the fragility of life. Section 4. A line in the inferno. The firefighters were true heroes, facing the inferno head-on with unwavering determination and bravery. Crews from the Pasadena Fire Department, Louisiana, County Fire Department, and U.S. Forest Service battled tirelessly to contain the blaze, working in unison to combat the raging fire. They worked day and night, putting their lives on the line to protect the community, often with little rest. These brave men and women faced a formidable enemy, one that showed no mercy. The fire was unpredictable, driven by the relentless Santa Ana winds, making their task even more challenging. The heat was intense, the smoke suffocating, creating a hazardous environment for the firefighters. But despite the danger and fatigue, they persevered, their courage and dedication an inspiration to all who witnessed their efforts. Their efforts focused on creating fire lines, strategic barriers to halt the fire's progress, clearing vegetation to starve the fire of fuel, a painstaking but necessary task, and protecting structures in the fire's path, ensuring the safety of homes and lives. They used helicopters to drop water and fire retardant, trying to slow the inferno's advance from the air. The firefighters' dedication and sacrifice were remarkable, a true testament to their commitment. They were a beacon of hope in the face of disaster, their presence reassuring the community. Their efforts a testament to the human spirit's resilience, showcasing the strength and unity of those who stand against the flames. Section 5. A state of emergency. The Eaton Canyon fire, though dwarfed in size by the simultaneous Palisades fire, quickly became a major crisis. Recognizing the severity of the situation, Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency for the affected areas. This declaration was a crucial step in mobilizing resources and support. It freed up state funding and personnel, allowing for a more coordinated and effective response to the disaster. National Guard troops were deployed to assist with evacuations and provide support to overwhelmed first responders. The state of emergency declaration was a lifeline for the affected communities. It brought much-needed resources and support to help them cope with the disaster and begin the long process of recovery. Section 6. Images of devastation. The aftermath of the Eaton Canyon fire was a scene of utter devastation. Homes were reduced to rubble, the landscape scarred by the inferno's wrath. The air was thick with the acrid smell of smoke, a constant reminder of the disaster. Images of the fire's aftermath were heart-wrenching. Charred trees stood like skeletal sentinels, their branches reaching towards the sky in silent testament to the inferno that had swept through. Homes were reduced to piles of ash and debris, their former occupants left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The emotional toll on the community was immeasurable. Families had lost their homes, their possessions, their sense of security. The fire had left an indelible mark, a reminder of the destructive power of nature. Section 7. Staying safe, staying informed. The Eaton Canyon fire was a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness and vigilance. The devastation it caused highlighted the need for communities to be proactive in their approach to fire safety. Wildfires are a constant threat in California, and it is crucial to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect ourselves and our communities. Staying informed is paramount. This means understanding the conditions that lead to wildfires and knowing how to respond effectively. Pay attention to weather reports, especially during periods of high fire danger. These reports can provide critical information that can help you make informed decisions about your safety. Be aware of evacuation orders and be prepared to leave your home at a moment's notice. Having a go bag ready with essential items can make a significant difference in an emergency. Have a plan in place for your family and pets, and know where to go and what to do in case of a wildfire. Familiarize yourself with multiple evacuation routes to ensure you have options. The Eaton Canyon fire was a tragedy, but it also served as a wake-up call. It reminded us of the power of nature and the importance of community resilience. We must learn from this experience and take steps to mitigate the risks of future wildfires. This includes supporting controlled burns and other fire management practices. By working together and staying informed, we can create safer communities and protect the beauty and wonder of our natural environment. Our collective efforts can make a significant impact in reducing the threat of wildfires.